financial quiz. So I have been given this major responsibility to try and keep you engaged and at the same time entertained for this financial quiz. The objective of this quiz is to allow us to have a more relaxed time with each other and focus on the questions that we will put up on quiz. The challenge that we've had this year is try to put you in groups. So we've come up with a different approach where we will have representatives sitting up on the top here. So we have 3 teams, 3 participants per team. And we are quite fortunate that we have the participants who've already been identified. But then, you are still involved. Because part of the quiz is where if the participants or the teams are unable to answer the question, they will ask the wisdom of the crowd. So that is where the crowd comes into place. And we have a prize for the fastest participant who answers from the voting tablets that you have on your desk. So if you are the fastest person that votes the correct answer, you also get a prize. So if you look at your tables or where you're seated, you have the voting tablet. So that tablet allows you to give your answer to the question. And the only time it comes into play is when the teams are unable to answer the question and they ask for your wisdom, and the answer will come up. So, without taking much of your time, I would like to now invite our participants. So we have Juan Carlos from SBS Peru. Juan Carlos, if you are here. Ricky Satria, Bank Indonesia. Maimuna Gay Indai from BCAO. We have Caroline Kanoko from the Central Bank of Solomon Islands. Aurora Bila, Banco de Mozambique. Rochelle Thomas from Banco Central ng Pilipinas. Rochelle? Okay, maybe it's coming. Amine Mirkachan from the Central Bank of Armenia. Diane Jocelyn Bizimana from the Banca della Republic Burundi. And Amani Itatiro from Bank of Tanzania. Can we please ask you all to take your seats? Please, another round of applause for our fearless participants. Rochelle, thank you. Great. Juan Carlos, please take a seat. Anyway, it's free sitting. Thank you. Juan Carlos, Ricky Satria, Maimuna, Caroline Kanoko, Aurora, Rochelle, Amine, Diane, and Amani. Ricky? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We were missing 4. It's the 6th one. 7th is Rochelle. 8 is Maimuna. Sorry? Yes. Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who's missing? DN. So may I invite Georgette John Louis from Bank of Haiti. Thank you. Yes. Oh, she just arrived. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, please another round of applause to our participants for today. Don't be nervous. You're not alone. Please take a seat. It's open. Open sitting. So I hope you can. Right. So if you look to the front, you have the screens in front of you that gives you the rules of how the game plays. And for the audience, it's up on the screen. So this is how the game will play. An MC, who is me for this instance, will read out the multiple choice question. You have 25 questions, and if in case there is a tiebreaker, we have tiebreaker questions at the end. This is how it will work. In each of your table, you have cards from 1 to 5, and that represents the multiple choice question, which corresponds to the answers. If you are unsure of the answer, you have an option to ask the wisdom of the crowd. But you have to put up the card. If you pull out the wisdom of the crowd card, can you show it to the audience to see whether they see it? Right at the end. It's in red. Right. So you have to put it straight up so the audience can see. And then within the 15 seconds, the answer will be screened up on the 2 screens on the side. And then you have to decide whether you go with what the audience has given as majority of the answer or stick to your answer. Is that clear? Okay. If you answer by the time is up, you will forfeit that. So moving on, I've explained about the wisdom of the crowd. You have only 2 opportunities to ask for the wisdom of the crowd. Can we test this, Brad? We can test it. Okay. So this is basically to see how it goes. For example, which is the first alphabet in English? 1G, 2B, 3H, 4A, 5F. So if the question goes, your time starts now, in 15 seconds, what's the answer? Let's test it. You have to put your card up. Which of these answer is correct?
No.
Now.
None of them. The first alphabet is not a letter.
Thank you,
The question
Amine.
is wrong. Okay.
There's no
Who
5.
has 4? You are 4.
Okay, so like how I've mentioned earlier, for all those that are present here today, you have a voting tablet with you. We will give out a prize to the person that provides the quickest and correct answer at the end of the quiz. So these are the following additional rules. You're not allowed to use your phones, your tablets, or laptops. Consult with the audience. Consulting a member of the other teams. Are you ready? Deanne, are you ready? Great. Question 1. Which region has been most active in the AFI network in 2014 based on the Member Engagement Index? 1. The Pacific. 2. Sub-Saharan Africa. 3. Latin America and the Caribbean. 4. Eastern Europe and Central Asia. Time starts now. Straight up. Four, 3, 2, raise. 1. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. What do you think?
1.
So all got 2. So let's see. The correct answer is the Pacific. 1.
So I get the award?
Yeah. Participants can participate, like I've mentioned earlier. Yes? Excellent. Second question. Which of the following countries did not launch its national financial inclusion strategy this year? 1. Peru. 2. Philippines. 3. Pakistan. 4. Colombia. Time starts now. Yes, you can participate as well. Time's up. Okay, we have a wisdom of the crowd. You have to vote. Vote on your gadgets and it'll come up. 4. 2. Wisdom of the crowd, you have 5 seconds to choose whether you go for that or your own. 4. The correct answer is 4. Question 3. According to the World Bank's Findex 2014 data, what is the approximate number of the unbanked globally? 1. 2.7 billion. 2. 1.7 billion. 3. 2 billion. 4. 1.5 billion. Your time starts now. Time's up. Can we have your answers raised? The correct answer is 2. Question 4. Which of the following institutions made a commitment to the Maya Declaration in the same year that the declaration was launched? 1. Bangladesh Bank. 2. Superintendencia de Bancos de Guatemala. 3. Banco Central de la República de Guinea. 4. Bank Indonesia. And 5. Bank of Papua New Guinea. Your time starts now. If you could raise it high. Good. Time's up. Wisdom of the crowd. Let's see what the crowd says. 4. Bank of Indonesia. Will you take number 4? Group A. 5 seconds. The correct answer is 3. So may I see who voted for number 4? Moving on. Question number 5. A 2013 IFC McKinsey report titled Closing the Credit Gap for Formal and Informal Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises stated that the estimated credit gap faced by MSMEs in developing countries is 1. 20 billion to 40 billion USD, 2. 1 trillion USD, 3. 2.1 to 2.6 trillion USD, and 4. There is no credit gap. Your time starts now. Time's up. Time's up. Group C. 3, Group A goes for 1. B, wisdom of the crowd. C, your answer is 3. Group B, just to remind you, this is your last option. Three. Will you take 3 as your answer? Between 2.1 to 2.6 trillion. The correct answer is 3. Moving on. Which of the following is not a supply-side data source? 1. Global Findex. 2. IMF Financial Access Survey. 3. GSMA Mobile Money Adoption Survey. Or 4. Fin Access Surveys. Your time starts now. Two seconds. 1. Stop. Group C. 1. Correct answer is 1. Question 7. Who was AFI's 100th member institution? 1. Bank of Jamaica. 2. Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. 3. Ministerio de Economía Financiera Uruguay. Or 4. La Comisión Nacional de Bancos Cítricos de Honduras. Your time starts now. Please do not show your answer to the other groups. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Answers up, please. This is your last option to use wisdom of the crowd. Can we have the answers, please? Wisdom of the crowd. 2. Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. Will you take that? Correct answer is 2. Question 8. Which of the following can negatively impact your credit rating or your credit score? 1. Making late payments on loans and debts. 2. Staying in one job for too long. 3. Living in the same location for too long. Or 4. Using a credit card frequently for purchases. Your time starts now. Four seconds. 3, 2, 1. What does the crowd think? Can we see what the crowd says? 86%. Good. Let's see what the answer is. And the correct answer is 1. Good job. Number 9. The definition of financial inclusion that reads, the regular use of financial services through payment infrastructures to manage cash flows and mitigate shocks, which are delivered by a formal providers through a range of appropriate services with dignity and fairness, was drafted by which institution? 1. AFI. 2. Bank of Uganda. 3. Superintendencia de Bancos de Guatemala. 4. Bank of Tanzania. Or 5. Bank of Zambia. Time starts. You have 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Answer up. 3, 4. The correct answer is 4. Bank of Tanzania. Question 10. Which country's financial literacy mascot is shown here? 1. Belarus. 2. Fiji. 3. Maldives. 4, Malawi, and 5, Seychelles. Dr. Shidlotsky, do you want to answer? Time starts. Stop. Team. So we'll go with the wisdom of the crowd. Fiji, 56%. Do you go with that? 5. You're going for Seychelles. Do you take Fiji? No? Fiji? Okay. The correct answer is... This is not working. Fiji. Question 11. In the digital financial services space, which of the following terms is not a level of interoperability according to the AFI guideline note number 15? 1, interconnected. 2, technically intertwined. 3, theoretically interoperable. Or 4, functionally interoperable. Your time starts now. Three seconds. Stop. Answers up. Now. 3, 1, 3. The correct answer is 2. Question 12. Which of the following regions has the highest number of quantified targets under the Maya Declaration? 1, Sub-Saharan Africa. 2, Asia Pacific. 3, Latin America and the Caribbean. 4, Middle East and North Africa. 5, Europe and Central Asia. Time starts now. Time is up. 2, 2. Guessing. 2, 2, 3. Can we see the wisdom of the crowd? Two. So let's see the answer. The correct answer is 1. Moving on, question 13. The minimum common equity tier 1 ratio, or CET1, to be maintained by banks at all times according to Basel III is set at 1, 10%, 2, 4.5%, 3, 0.9%, or 4, 3.5%. Your time starts now. Four, 1, time's up. You have your answers? 4, 2. The correct answer is 2. Question 14. Which of the following statements is not correct about most ATM cards? 1, you can get cash anywhere in the world with no fee. 2, you must have a bank account to have an ATM card. 3, you can generally get cash 24 hours a day. Or 4, you can generally obtain information concerning your bank balance at an ATM machine. Your time starts now. So this is a bit of financial literacy going on here. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Okay, let's see the wisdom. Let's see what the crowd's response is. 81%. Okay. The correct answer is 1. Question 15. In 2014, AFI collected policy profiles from member countries. Among the countries that responded, about how many percent have an official definition of financial inclusion? 1, 10%, 2, 30%, 3, 50%, 4, 70%, or 5, 100%. Time starts now. Two seconds. 1. Time's up. Time's up. The correct answer is 2. 30%. What was that a wild guess? Was that a wild guess? Educated guess. Very good. Moving on. Question 16. In the digital financial services space, what does NFC stand for? 1, new features coming. 2, near field comms. 3, national financial consumers. Or 4, near field communication. Your time starts now. Correct answer is 4. Question 17. Which of the following statement is not true? 1. SME finance is an area of priority for Turkey's current presidency of the G20. 2. The Addis Ababa Action Agenda acknowledges AFI's role in promoting peer learning on financial inclusion. 3. In 2010, the FATF revised its international standards to recognize risk-based approach to AML-CFT. Or 4. Demand-side data is usually not collected from financial institutions. Time starts now. Time's up. Answers up. Let's see what the crowd has said. 4. So we have 2, 3, 4. The correct answer is 3. Question 18. What element is not included in the MFS definition according to the MFS Working Group, Mobile Financial Services, Basic Terminology Guideline Note, AFI Guideline Note number 1? 1. Mobile phone. 2. Financial transaction. 3. Non-transactional services. And 4. Cash. Time starts now. Time's up. So is that what I can see as the answers? Can you please put it up? Wisdom of the crowd. So Team C is using your last option. So it's 4. You going for 4? Three, two, one, over. Accept the crowd. The correct answer is accept the crowd. Question number 19. What is one of the main concerns when analyzing Basel III regarding SME finance? 1. Banks will not be encouraged to lend to SMEs because of more stringent requirements. 2. Banks will benefit from special capital risk weight considerations for SME loans. 3. The new prudential international standards on liquidity and capital might not be in line with financial inclusion goals. Or 4, 1 and 3. Your time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is 4, 1 and 3. Question 20. Consumer Empowerment and Market Conduct Working Group, Guideline Note number 9, on help and redress of financial consumers outlines 5 minimum requirements to develop an effective help and redress mechanism for financial consumers. Which one of the following is not one of the requirements? 1. Internal dispute resolution. 2. Accessibility. 3. Consumer awareness. 4. Debt resolution. Or 5. Feedback mechanism. Your time starts now. Time's up. Team 8. The correct answer is 4. Question 21. Which AFI service is used by 88% of all member institutions and is the #1 service category? 1. Working groups. 2. Global Policy Forum. 3. The AFI Member Zone. 4. Grants. Or 5. The Joint Learning Programs. Your time starts now. Time's up. Time's up. I've used it already. Both. You've used both your option. You have only 2 options. 2. One second before you're disqualified. Put it up. 1. Okay, let's see what the crowd says. 1. Okay. The correct answer is 2. The AFI Member Zone. Question 22. What feature is a good example of the expansion from MFS to DFS? Mobile-enabled e-money wallets. Number 2, e-money payment cards. Number 3, mobile phone, USSD payment screen. Or number 4, none of the above. Your time starts now. Time's up. Time's up. Is that your answer? Only one. Right. Team B? The correct answer is 2. E-money payment cards. Question 23. What affects the amount of interest that you would pay on a loan? 1, your credit rating. 2, how much you borrow. 3, how long you take to repay the loan. Or 4, all of the above. Your time starts now. Time's up. Okay. Can we see what the crowd has responded to? Okay. The correct answer is 4, all of the above. So there's a bit of some work on financial literacy that we have to do here. Moving on to question 24. In 2014, AFI collected policy profiles from member countries. Among the countries that responded, how many % have specific regulation on financial consumer protection? 1, 20%, 2, 40%, 3, 60%, or 4, 80%. Your time starts now. Time's up. Is that the answer? Okay. So the correct answer is 3, 60%. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in our last question for this financial quiz session. And question 25 is, what could be the role of central banks and financial regulators while trying to foster SME finance? 1, drafting enabling prudential regulations. 2, contributing to financial literacy and capacity building efforts. 3, providing avenues for redress, advisory, and resolution mechanisms. 4, all of the above. Time's up. Team B. The correct answer is 4, all of the above. So a big round of applause to our participants who've done an exceptional job, and also to the audience for your engagement. It is very clear from the scoreboard who the winner is. So the winner is Group C, with 17 points. And I would like to invite Deputy Executive Director Afi to present the awards to the winners.
Oh my God!
So the winners have received these wireless wristbands to keep them healthy. So it counts the number of footsteps, the calories they've burnt. Robert? Do you want to give it? Maybe you hold your gifts and then you take your photos. And then you'll all take. No, you'll take all photos. And can we all have the quiz participants and the winners have a photo session, please? Yeah, can we have a photo for them? This one photo. You all should, yeah. Oops. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see who has been the fastest respondent to the answers. Okay. So we have a winner. We have a winner. So if you look at the top of your voting gadgets, if the color is blue, then you are one of them. If the color is white, then sorry. So if you have blue, put it up. And then from the blue, there's a number next to it. And the number is 84. So can we have number 84 blue? There's two 84s. One is white and one is blue. 84 blue, please. Sorry? Yeah. You have to check that. So that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of our session. We've actually concluded the day early, but there is an evaluation form that will be brought around to each one of you, and we'd appreciate if you could fill that. In addition to that, for those that have traveled, please confirm your flights with the registration desk as you go outside, as you exit, so that they can arrange for your transport arrangements. And finally, the bus will leave directly from here to the dinner venue for tonight. Thank you very much.